Welcome to the Roseville Ice Arena for CTN's coverage of the Section 5AA semifinals. In the early contest, it's the number 5 seed Champlain Park Coon Rapids taking on the top-seeded Maple Grove Crimson. Joe Young, Howie Shapiro, sidelines, and Howie, two teams obviously very familiar with one another and hungry to get to the finals.
Yeah, Maple Grove beat them earlier in the season 5-1, but you know, this is a team in the Bluebirds that are, I think, really in the last number of weeks playing much, much better than they did earlier in the season. But yeah, you are right. They know a lot about each other, and this promises to be a fun one.
Well, Champlain Park Coon Rapids, all 4 teams actually in the semifinals advancing by way of a shutout. Champlain Park Coon Rapids got a power play goal in the first period, held on for the win against North Wright County. They're going to need a little more offense if they hope to get past the Crimson.
Yeah, they outshot Maple Grove in that first matchup, but they're going to need to put the puck in the back of the net if they're going to get by this Crimson team, because the Crimson will score goals. So they're going to have to try and match that and really play with their intensity.
Well, and that's a good point is they did outshoot Maple Grove, but the Crimson's goaltending is outstanding. They have 2 goaltenders, 3 really, that all posted saves percentages of above .925. So it's pretty tough to get pucks past them. Fortunately for the Bluebirds, they play very well in their defensive end, and they will be tested because of very strong offense for Maple Grove. But for Champlain Park Coon Rapids, you talk about the depth that they have, and really at the top of their leaderboard, most of that point production has come over those last couple of weeks. Kennedy Bolander, one of their senior captains, a notable name on that. She had that only goal against North Wright County.
Yeah, she has 17 goals, 8 assists on the season, the leading goal scorer for this Bluebird squad. So coming in tonight, obviously they're going to have to rely on her as well as a couple other girls to be able to light the lamp. And I think that she's going to play a very important part of what they do here tonight.
Well, and the Maple Grove Crimson don't become the number 1 seed by chance. They have been very good all season. They have a lot of depth in scoring a number of jersey numbers that Champlain Park Coon Rapids is going to have to watch for and try and mind. But they're led by a young lady hoping to make it to 50 points before the playoffs are over.
Yeah, Stella Redstrom, she's really good. She's going to go to Penn State. She's just a junior, but she's already committed to Penn State. 28 goals, 24 assists. She really is the eyes of this program. Coach Colta said she thinks that this young lady sees the ice better than any player that he has coached before.
Well, it's win or go home, so always exciting when you get into this level of the playoffs, but we've got some other storylines we'll share with you along the way that make it extra exciting. The Bluebirds and the Crimson take the ice next on CTN.
Oh, hi. I'm TV's Howie Shapiro. And when I'm not announcing CTN sports broadcasts with my sidekick Joe Young, I'm watching all the other great programs on the CTN Studios YouTube page. There's news stories, great local events, and even full games. You can even watch on any smart device with a YouTube app. Whether that's your phone or a tablet, you can watch CTN's great programming wherever and whenever you want. You can even watch CTN's event coverage live. So no matter where you are, you can share in all the excitement. CTN Studios, building community through cable.
Back at the Roseville Ice Arena, home to the Section 5AA Girls Hockey Tournament. It's semifinal Tuesday, and the first matchup puts the 5 seed Champlain Park Coon Rapids Fighting Bluebirds against their former coach, who now stands behind the bench for the Maple Grove Crimson, the top seed in the playoffs.
Well, that's the backstory in this game too, because you know, these girls certainly want to, for the Bluebirds, they want to win, but they also want to love to beat their former coach.
Get a little payback from the early season loss.
Yep.
Would be nice. But a lot of familiarity between the Maple Grove coach and the Champlain Park Coon Rapids players. And that goes the other way for Bluebirds players. They all know what Coach Coltis is most likely instructing his players to do.
Oh, absolutely. And you know, we talked about it in the opening that the Bluebirds able to outshoot the Crimson 30-25 in that 5-1 loss.
Long cross ice pass broken up. Tara Baza's shot blocked away by Grace Erickson out front. And that will be key, is if Coon Rapids can keep Maple Grove bottled up at all, keep them from getting that offense at the other end. But Not an easy task to get one past any of the goaltenders. Danny Strom, who gets the start tonight, just a sophomore. She's definitely their workhorse. 16-6 between the pipes. Goals against average 1.81, saves percentage 938.
Yeah, she's a very good goaltender, and the Bluebirds are going to have to figure out how they can get the puck behind her, and that'll be the key. And and I think first thing from Coach Gutterman is that just keep their emotions in check, and this is an emotional game, no question.
That pass off the skates of Taylor Holm all the way down off of Wastrel. Briley Del Castillo gets it up quickly. It bounces away from Qualley. Turned around again by Sillerud, but Milton able to get it into the zone. Nola Milton had the goal for Champlain Park Coon Rapids in that 5-1 loss earlier in the season.
There's head coach Todd Gutterman. His first season, we had a chance to chat before the game, and he's excited for this one. We talked about the 5 o'clock start. I like it. I like the 5 o'clock start. Kids just get out of school, get on the bus, go right to the rink.
Face-off win for Ness. Julian able to get it into the zone on the second attempt. Good charge by Johnson, able to kick the clear attempt back in deep. Holds her ground, goes to the ice. Grace Erickson up the boards and out to center. Kylie Scott circling at the red line, able to come back in. Scott a wrist shot, blocker save, cleared to the corner by Erickson. Ness over there to battle for Champlain Park Coon Rapids. Played up the boards, held by Julian. Julian able to keep it in the zone, and Ness thought that it was offside and kind of stopped, turned it over back to Maple Grove. Kylie Scott, a good step up on the near side to break it up from Stella Retram. And up the left side comes Tia Rice, pressured by Scott into the zone, able to knock the puck free. McKenzie gets it out, too far in front of Brooke Del Castillo. Maple Grove able to send it back out. Champlain Park Coon Rapids just buzzing around that blue line. They end up touching it offside.
Yeah, and talking to Coach Coltis, there's a number of things that he also wants to match the intensity, because he knows this game will be intense. You see the rub off there by Kylie Scott. He knows this is going to be an intense matchup. We have to play with their intensity.
This one thrown and icing waved off. Holm trying to push it around. Bolander intercepts, trying to get it back up the boards. Stepping down is Fagerly. It's poked past her and sent back in deep by Holm, and the Bluebirds able to send it right back out on the far side. Flipped in deep off the stick of Jenna Brandt. Cross ice pass behind McKenzie. She lost it. Brandt fires, misses wide into the near corner. Picked up there by Holm and sent back down low. It's a bouncing puck as Olsen tries to corral it. Olsen will get it back out to the point for Sillerud. Her shot deflected into the far corner, where it's recovered by Bolander. Off the glass, out to center. It eludes Jenna Brandt. Scooped back up by Fagerly. She got to the red line, but then was taken off of it. Brooklyn Johnson turns it up ice. Knocked away from her. Olsen circles back in her own end for Maple Grove. Her pass was behind Shipley, but able to corral it and get it deep. Shipley had a goal and 3 assists in the meeting against Champlain Park Coon Rapids, and she's got the puck back. Door feed, that's a goal on the backhand for Stella Retram. A weird bounce for Wastrel. It finds its way between her legs, and Maple Grove is on the board.
That's a big first goal. I mean, we talked about momentum, and Maple Grove coming in here as the favorite. You wanted to, as a CPCR fan, to see that squad to put up the intensity and try and get that first goal, put pressure on. But again,
Retram got a tip on it out front, or Rice rather.
Rice got it. Yep.
Okay.
Right out in front. Yep.
I thought it may have gone off of Wastrel, but Rice the one to tip it home.
That's her 11th goal of the season. And all of a sudden, so Maple Grove up early here in this contest.
Well, and Coon Rapids really, Champlain Park really doing a nice job of keeping them bottled up early on. had the better part of that 3 minutes. They were taking the game to them. Terabeza shot, rebound, controlled in the corner by Johnson, tried to center, taken away by Rice. Rice had her pocket picked by Johnson, who gets it back in deep as Champlain Park Coon Rapids gets a line change. Playing it off the boards is Erickson, deflected in by Retrum, recovered by Olsen. She had it taken away down low by Ella Olsen. Emma Strauss off the glass, out to center. Kyla Ketting trying to get there, knocked away from her. Retrum flips it all the way down. That'll be icing. Oh, icing waved off. It was touched by a Champlain Park Coon Rapids stick. And this will be icing the other way as Kylie Scott needed a line change.
I was going to say, that will be icing. They're going to bring it down to the other end. Maple Grove up early, 1-0. Obviously, this is a winner move on, loser go home. Tournament single elimination. Winner will play Friday night.
Played out to the point, but Brandt's shot blocked by Strauss out into neutral territory. Brandt will send it in on Wastrel, stick to Bolander, plays it behind. Riley Del Castillo trying to play it up the boards. That was disrupted. She's able to dig it free. Emma Strauss has it for the Bluebirds. Across for Ketting. Kyla Ketting down the right wing. Her shot blocked, bouncing in the high slot, swept to the boards by Holm. Recovered by Ketting for Champlain Park Coon Rapids. Tried to get it out to the point, and this one's fired the length of the ice by Holm. That time it will be icing, and a face-off coming up in the Maple Grove end. 11:15 to play, period number 1.
Looks like the Bluebirds can get a little pressure here down now in the Crimson end. Of course, we have a lot of experience with head coach Jim Coltis. Used to be the coach here at this program.
Retrum able to get a stick on it and get her way out to center. A 2-on-1. The pass, though, is behind Shipley. Retrum has it back in the corner, flips to center. That shot blocked into the corner, and Lily McKenzie took a hard hit and went down in the defensive end. Brooke Del Castillo back the other way, trying to get around Rice, and does, but then squeezed off of the corner by Erickson. Good hold at the line by Shelby Julian. Forced out to Rice. Rice will dump it in on Wastrel. She'll stick it over into the corner. Qualley pressured by Rice. Rice sends it up the gut. The shot by Olsen goes wide off the end board. Retrum back down low. Rice battling in the corner with Del Castillo. Retrum trying to work her way off the boards. It's poked off her stick, and out to center it comes. Brandt to Retrum. Knocked down by Rice. Recollected by Retrum. She'll get the red line and dump it in. Far corner, Shelby Julian off the end boards. Bolander plays it off the glass. That's chopped out to center by Qualley, and Brandt back at her own blue line for Maple Grove. That pass handcuffed Sillerud a bit. Bolander steps up, gets the steal. She's got help with her. Backhand! Goes off the side of the net. Terabeza trying to center. That didn't make it through. Olsen, long pass ahead. At center is Taylor Holm. Loose puck again. Terabeza able to get the handle on it, get into the zone, but then had it tipped away by Sillerud. Nicholas had a good poke check, but Maple Grove regains possession. Centering pass out front. Kelsey Olsen was all tied up. Brooklyn Johnson into the zone, and then it's knocked off her stick by Oakland. Played back in, but Johnson still in offside. Bluebirds recollect at their own blue line. Kylie Scott will dump it in. Oakland bring it back near side for Sillerud. Back to Oakland behind the net. Oakland circles away back to Sillerud on the near side, and now breaking up the middle is Meckeldale. And that'll be offside.
Yeah, just couldn't hold the line. She had a player breaking out, but they just could not hold the line a little bit offside. So bring that face off outside the blue line.
Meckeldale just couldn't keep that back leg on the blue. Face-off one for Champlin Park, Coon Rapids. Nola Milton plays it up the boards all the way down. And will it have enough? No, it will not. Oakland stops up in the corner, takes a look. Passes it on for Stensgaard. Back to Oakland. Near side now is Pim Wilhelmy. Wilhelmy able to force it into the zone. She gives chase. Nola Milton there in front of her. Milton gets it to Qualley, ahead for Strauss at center ice. Strauss will dump it in. She'll go for a line change. Brooklyn Johnson in on the forecheck. Quick breakout, but a bad pass. Turned over. Johnson, backhand, still loose. Battling is Tara Beza behind the net with it. Ness out to the point. Bolander is shot. Save made by Strom. Maple Grove able to kick it to center. Shipley will get to it in front of the CPCR bench. Attacks 1v4, knocked away. Rice's shot, that hit traffic. Shipley recovers in the corner. Shipley works to the top of the circle, plays it out across for Sillerud. Her shot didn't get through. Rice behind the net with it for the Crimson. Maple Grove, top of the circles, couldn't get a shot off. And it's cleared the length of the ice by Brooklyn Johnson.
Yeah, we've seen the Bluebirds do that several times. Just have to clear the puck down the other end just to alleviate the pressure that Maple Grove has been applying.
Well, the Crimson really haven't had a lot of great zone possession. Their goal coming on the rush. But certainly to alleviate pressure, you don't want to let them get comfortable in your defensive end if you can avoid it. Shelby Julian cross ice. That's stopped up by Erickson. Her shot and a goal.
That one just trickled by her. I don't know if she didn't quite see it all the way. But nonetheless, Grace Erickson, just a sophomore, is going to get goal number 2.
There's traffic out front. Not sure how well she could see it. I'm not sure if it hit. Kylie Scott ended up on the ice. If it deflected off of some of that traffic, but it ends up between the legs and in the net. And Maple Grove all of a sudden a 2-0 lead.
It's Erickson's 5th goal of the season for the Crimson, and this makes it difficult for the Bluebirds now trailing by a couple of goals. I think it's really important for them to at least try and get one back before the end of this first period.
Well, they need to stick to their game plan. They
absolutely
cannot change how they're playing. They have done a nice job of getting in and applying some pressure to a tough edge for Kylie Scott. Coughed it up. Maple Grove centers, but a good tie-up out front. Sent back in. Excuse me. Maple Grove now intercepting the pass from Olsen. Lily McKenzie on the far side, poking it ahead, but kept in at the blue line by Brandt. That hit traffic, bounced back out to center. Tara Beza able to scoop it up. Trying to split the defenders, knocked off her stick. Recovered by Sillerud. Sillerud will turn up ice for Maple Grove. Into the zone, fakes the shot, lost the edge as she went to the backhand. 3 down low for Maple Grove. They are bringing the offensive pressure now as they can feel it up a couple of goals.
Yeah, I mean they've got 2 goals to play with here, obviously, and they would like to continue to expand.
Johnson forces it in deep for Coon Rapids. Oakland with it. Coughs it up, pass out front, knocked away from Ness going across the top of the crease. This one poked around by Erickson. A big collision along the boards as Nola Milton takes the hard end of that hit. No call. Crimson with numbers at the line. The pass a little too far for Shipley. Battle continues in the corner. Crimson able to win it back and get it to Rice. Rice sends it back in low. Good steal by Nola Milton. Didn't get anything on the pass attempt. It's taken away by the Crimson. Played across. Shot from the point by Erickson. Didn't get through. Bluebirds able to get control and play at the length of the ice. Another icing call, 4:42 to go in period number 1.
Yeah, they get a change, and they also get to alleviate that pressure. You're seeing the Crimson, as you mentioned, Joe, you talked about 3 down low, getting pressure down in the Bluebird net, already up 2-0. Plays in their favor.
Pass spun Ness around. Finally controlled by Brooke Del Castillo. Up the boards for Emma Strauss. Didn't get out. Play back down low by Maple Grove. Along the near boards. Sent back in deep by Annika Johnson. Briley Del Castillo works her way out. This will not be icing as it was deflected. Johnson tied up there by Del Castillo. Brooke Del Castillo comes over, got it back to Strauss. Chance for Clawley, and she's going to draw the penalty as she was jamming for the rebound. She was knocked to the ice by Johnson, and Johnson will head to the sin bin with 3:55 left in the first.
Again, great chance there too. There was an open net, but as she's digging, as you mentioned, she's digging it. You're going to see it here, right there. Good job by Strom to get a pad on it.
I want to know what Johnson's argument was that wasn't a penalty.
That wasn't a penalty?
That's when you just say, okay. It was a good penalty to take. She had a chance at the rebound. That's
offsides. Well, you know, and this is a great opportunity here for the Bluebirds to see if they can cut this lead in half now with the skater advantage.
Another look at it as it just got away from Terabeza enough. Coon Rapids 25% on the power play. Maple Grove 76.5% on the penalty kill. Kylie Scott trying to avoid the pressure from Retram. Retram able to dig it free. It's stolen back by Terabeza. Retram continues to battle. And she's going to draw the penalty. Kylie Scott's going to go for the hook. And pretty easy call.
Yeah, it was a pretty easy call. The Bluebird parents don't agree with it. Former Cardinal and Cardinal head coach in the house, Jess Scott. Walked by, saw her.
So we'll play some 4-on-4, and then Maple Grove will have a very short power play, about 30 seconds. Maple Grove's power play, I don't know if the Hockey Hub's numbers are accurate, but 48.6%. That is just an absolutely ridiculous
that's
power play percentage.
Absolutely.
And Bolander forgot to check the numbers on the ice, thinking, oh, we just took a penalty. I should probably ice it. Oh, yeah, that's right. It's 4-on-4.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Hey.
It's all right. Face-off win, back to the point, out front. Shipley's denied by Nola Milton. Great stick to keep the shot from getting off. Terabeza working her way out front. Save, rebound, still loose, now cleared. And now back the other way comes Shipley. She's got help with her, but taken away by Bolander. Brooke Johnson into the zone. Her shot deflected up over the net. Retram had it knocked away by Johnson. Gets it right back from Brandt. This one's sent back out to neutral ice. Briley Del Castillo got it in momentarily. Brooklyn Johnson with speed across the blue line. Knocked off her stick. And then sent back in deep. Maple Grove regroups. Tia Rice in the corner. Will send it back behind. Erickson Off the glass, stopped up by Shelby Julian, able to keep it away from Holm, and then Holm and Rice collided. Puck to the Bluebirds. This one knocked down, but not a high stick by Lily McKenzie. Maple Grove regroups. They've got the short power play. Bad pass. Bolander steps up, trying to catch him on a line change. Finds some room. The shot stopped by Strong. Brooke Del Castillo attacking Rice in the corner. Rice able to get some speed out to center. She'll send it in deep. Final 5 seconds of this power play. Jammed along the boards by Milton, but can't get it out. Second attempt doesn't work either. Scott out of the box. Nola Milton plays it across. McKenzie to Kylie Scott. Couldn't handle the bouncing pass. Will dump it in deep. Strom will stop it up behind the net. Good pressure by the Bluebirds. Cross ice pass. Hops over the stick of Emma Strauss. No icing as Kylie Scott swings it around near side. Brianna Qualley couldn't handle the pass. It's jammed back in deep by Sillaroot. Kylie Scott goes cross ice. Strauss was all tied up. Milton will fire it off the near boards. Qualley's chasing and just not quite able to get there. That puck barely had enough to get across the red line, but probably wouldn't have even made it to the boards.
No, she was almost there too. She was almost to the puck to avoid that icing call, but that will bring the puck down back to the Bluebirds' end.
You see it, 42.9 seconds remaining. Maple Grove with Rice, goals from Rice and Erickson. Face-off win, but the pass doesn't click. It's going to be sent right back in by Erickson. Abby Ness loads it up and sends it the other way. Oakland stops it up at the blue line. Erickson retreats, gets it to Shipley. Her pass deflected, recovered off the boards by Johnson. Johnson out front. Ness couldn't quite get to it. She was watched there by Oakland. Retrum slowed and knocked off the puck. Shipley able to tip it away from Scott. Those two battle into the corner in the final 5 seconds of this first period. Digging it free, Shipley out to the point. The buzzer sounds as Oakland controls. Maple Grove will go to the locker room with a 2-0 lead. But this one is far from over. You're watching the Section 5 AA Girls Hockey Semifinal on CTN. Back at the Roseville Ice Arena, Maple Grove a 2-0 lead as we reach the first intermission. A pretty evenly played period. Champlain Park Coon Rapids did get some chances, but as we talked about in the opening, some stellar goaltending is going to make it very difficult. Yeah. And a great setup. Tia Rice hammering it home, standing at the top of the crease. Not much chance for Wastrel on that one, but you know, Maple Grove, give them credit, after a little bit of a slow start, they started pinning Coon Rapids deep and just pressuring and keeping them at that end. Erickson somehow slipping that one through traffic. Again, we can't tell if it was deflected, but good opportunity for Brianna Qualley on the rebound. And Champlain Park Coon Rapids just has to avoid being discouraged, because there were parts of that period, I guarantee, that Coach Coltis and the Crimson were a little concerned. especially their goaltender who is so solid, but struggled with the rebound control a little bit in that first period. And, at the very beginning of the period, Champlain Park Coon Rapids was stopping every breakout attempt. They were on top of the Crimson and keeping them in their zone. And it really is going to come down to both teams staying out of the box and keeping play at the offensive end.
Well, definitely staying out of the box is important. But, the shots are 10-9 in favor of Maple Grove. And the difference, obviously, is that 2 of those 10 shots have found the back of the net. And we talked about this, that the fact that Coon Rapids outshot Maple Grove in that first contest, but still lost 5-1. The Bluebirds, I was almost called the Cardinals, the Bluebirds definitely need to find a way to score. I mean, they're getting some shots on net, but they've got to find a way to get the puck behind Strom, and that's not easy. And so that's something that I know they're talking about in between the break, and they'll come out here in the second period and see what they can accomplish to get on the board.
Well, still a lot of hockey to be played. We're going to drop the puck on period number 2 right after this on CTN. Bluebirds flying onto the ice, hoping they can take it back to the Maple Grove Crimson. Top seeded Maple Grove, a 2-goal lead, have yet to surrender a goal through 4 periods of section play.
Yeah, and the Bluebirds are going to come out here and continue to, play. They played pretty well in that first period. They're going to continue to have to get some opportunities, but it's obviously. I'll have to state this. It's obviously that they need the next goal.
Well, I was just going to say, it's pretty obvious that they need to be scoring the next goal, but especially when you look at how strong Maple Grove is defensively and between the pipes.
Yep.
I mean, they have a team goals against average of 1.81, so they don't give up 2 goals very often, much less 3. So Champlain Park Coon Rapids needs to spend a little more time in the offensive zone.
They can ill afford to give up a 3rd goal right here, soon in this situation.
Or at all.
Or at all.
They may have to, like I said, I don't know that.
I mean, it's
scoring 2 against
will be tough.
Against them is going to be hard enough.
Yep.
But they need to pretty much shut the doors here and get this one back to an even game.
You are correct.
Tia Rice, one of the Maple Grove captains, scored the first goal. She and her teammates obviously hoping it holds for a game winner. Face-off win by Maple Grove. Back to the point. The shot knocked down out front and cleared to the back line, but the Crimson in control. Ella Olsen, her pass deflected, and she intercepted it right back. Still loose. Olsen tracks it down on the boards and fires it around. Both back in deep by Taylor Holm. Around for Kylie Scott. Her pass deflected ahead by Tara Beza. Tara Beza will get onto it with speed. Tara Beza down the right side, centering, but Brooklyn Johnson was tied up nicely out front by Holm.
Yeah, you talked about the Crimson defense. Again, the great defensive play to tie her up, not allow her to get her stick on the puck. And then we're going to get the face-off down in that Maple Grove end. But, pretty good opportunity here. But look at the job that she did tying her stick up.
Face-off won by Champlain Park Coon Rapids. Played in deep out front, and it was deflected away from Brooke Del Castillo, who was looking to fire home the one-timer. Instead, Shipley back the other way. Slides it out front into close, and it's easily covered by Maddie Wastrel.
And Maddie just staying with the puck. And we don't talk about this enough. Just a freshman. She's able to get a lot of experience in net for the Bluebirds.
False start on the faceoff. We'll try it again. Tipped in behind by Rettrum. Swings it around. Right back to her by Shipley. Got away from her. Nola Milton circles away. Plays it back behind. Briley Del Castillo's pass deflected right back to her. Tries again. Brooke Del Castillo too far in front of Quality. It's played back in deep by Maple Grove. Del Castillo had it chipped off her stick right in front. Milton clears it to the corner.
Unfortunately, Milton was right there to clear it.
Shot from the point. Good job by Milton tying up Shipley, who was looking for the redirect. And a relatively easy stick save by Wastrel. Strauss able to get it out of the zone, sweep it ahead along the boards, picked up by Erickson in her own end. She'll retreat behind her own net and then play it back behind for Oakwood. Oakwood out of the near corner. Pressured by Strauss. Pass taken away by Briley Del Castillo. Fresh on the ice is Tara Beza. Trying to get around Erickson out front, and fanning on the shot was Abby Ness.
Oh, Abby would love to have that opportunity back.
Good step up by Bolander, but Oakland able to force it ahead. Into the zone comes Rice. Rice down the right side, has to take it behind. Waiting for the line change to complete. Rice at the top of the zone now. Will play it off the boards and down in deep. Rettrum keeping it away from Bolander. Gets it to Olsen. Olsen shot off the side of the cage. Julian can't get it ahead. Kylie Scott got tied up. Bolander pushes it to the boards. Tara Beza to center. Olsen able to knock it off her stick, and here's Rettrum. Lost the handle, and Crimson had to tag up. Bouncing puck, Shelby Julian will swing it back to the near side. Kennedy Bolander. Pass deflected out by Olsen, sent right back in by Jenna Brandt.
The Crimson doing a really nice job of keeping it down in the Bluebirds' end here to start this second period. They've controlled most of the action.
Brooklyn Johnson had it chopped away from her by Kelsey Olsen. Bolander off the boards. Brandt waits. Her pass off a skate, turned over. Johnson's pass didn't get through to Qualley, and now Brandt's able to send it back out to center. Right back in by Shelby Julian. Break out the left side. This one fired the length of the ice. That'll be icing, and a face-off back to the Maple Grove end. Still early in the second period. Crimson with a 2-0 lead. Good setup here by Molly Terabeza, and
great chance.
Ness just not quite able to get good wood on it. In close.
Yeah, she just, I'm sure, was very disappointed with herself. It's a great opportunity right there.
This one gloved down by Wilhelmy. She'll skate to center. Into the zone, puck rolling a bit. She'll tip it into the corner. Emily Nicholas, first one there. In between a couple of Crimson. Got some support from Lily McKenzie, but the Crimson play it back deep. Wilhelmy can't keep up with it behind the net. She'll continue to battle along the boards. Lily McKenzie comes away with it for the Cardinals. That one's deflected, so no icing. Strom will flip it around the far boards. Tara Beza there to stop it up. Forced free, and back behind the net goes Oakwood. Oakwood high off the glass all the way down, another icing. And the Crimson will have to start from their own end.
That time the Crimson getting a line change and alleviating a little bit of the pressure that the Bluebirds were applying. .11:29 remaining in period number 2. Still a 2-0 lead for the Crimson.
Rice able to win the draw. Puck comes back to her. Cross-ice pass intercepted by Bolander. Able to dump it in. Bluebirds change. Brandt behind her own net. Looks to head up ice. Sliding it along the board. Slowed by Nola Milton. And we're going to have an offside call.
A little technical difficulty on my end, but fortunately it's back. And I can now hear you again, Joe. Yeah, because I can't.
I was going to ask,
are you
sure? Are you sure it's the equipment and not your age?
No, it's not. What?
Did you put
What?
Did you put batteries in that thing you hide behind your ear?
Did you pick up my prescriptions?
Turnover in close. Fan on the shot, but a penalty drawn as Bolander takes Shipley down out front. And that very dangerous Maple Grove power play will get its first full opportunity.
Yeah, with Shipley out in front, you have to be so concerned about her there as well. And the Bluebirds are going to take this penalties. You can see it right down there where Bolander's going to get called. She's going to get a couple of minutes to think about it.
Well, in Champlain Park, Coon Rapids certainly hoping it's a full 2 minutes.
Yep.
Again, the power play over 45% for Maple Grove.
I'm being optimistic, just being optimistic. But you're right, though. They're very good, and the Bluebirds can ill afford to give up a goal in this situation.
Kylie Scott and able to clear. Oakland holds at the line. Gets it to Shipley. Pestered by McKenzie. Down low for Tia Rice. She's pressured there by Scott. Taylor Holm back for Rice. Rice trying to work her way out of the corner. Up top for Oakland. Lost the handle out of the zone. And the Crimson will have to come back to center. Tia Rice sends it in and around. Poked at by Retram. Champlain Park Coon Rapids able to get to it. Lily McKenzie was behind the defense, but Qualley couldn't find a passing lane. Strom will keep it away from her. Shipley moves it to center. Rice held up there. Qualley comes back, gets the puck at least momentarily. Milton had that roll down her stick. Shipley out front, gets to her forehand, flips it over the net. Retram through the middle, taken away by Kylie Scott. Knocked off her stick. Retram holds the line. Retram a shot, glove save by Wastrel.
The Crimson doing such a good job of pressuring on the power play.
Kelsey Olsen trying to drop it. Disrupted by Milton, but Milton not able to clear. Picked up by Qualley, Brianna Qualley. Able to get to the blue line, send it in so she can get a line change. Tara Beza pressuring the puck, played around, and Brooklyn Johnson skated right over it. Retram back the other way. Gets past. Shot out front and a goal for Kelsey Olsen on the power play.
Yeah, again, just nice setup right out in front. Olsen puts it behind Westrel for a 3-0 lead. That's her 7th goal of the season. Again, just a good feed up front. She's able to put it in the back of the net for a 3-0 lead.
Well, and Stella Retram did it all on that play, forcing it in deep, able to get it past the defender along the boards, get control down low. All 4 Cardinal or Bluebird defenders down below the hash marks, work it back to the top of the slot. And Kelsey Olsen able to put it past the keeper and put Maple Grove on top by 3. And the hill that the Bluebirds were forced to climb has become a mountain.
It really has. You know, we talked about the fact that they're giving up less than 2 goals a game, and now all of a sudden Bluebirds find themselves down by 3.
This one all the way down, and Wastrel will cover it up.
See the time remaining, 8:41 here in period number 2.
They have given up 3 or more on 8 separate occasions this season. Shot from the point, deflected in on Wastrel. She makes the save and covers it up.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the shots on goal are because they don't have a clock here. We'll find out between periods. But Crimson have done a nice job of getting shots off here.
Kylie Scott sweeps it around. Lily McKenzie hits Bolander in stride. Bolander into the zone, down the left wing, snaps a shot on. Strom will put it in her glove and hold for a face-off.
Yeah, Bolander just putting a nice shot on net, just hoping to get a rebound. But as you mentioned, Strom able just to hold on, making sure she forces that face-off.
Well, and any shot for Champlain Park Coon Rapids at this point, probably a good shot.
Yep.
But they really need to try and make her move east-west. Those straight shots, she's going to make those saves look pretty easy, as she just did. Tia Rice circling in the corner for Maple Grove. Gets it to Restrom at center. One-on-one against Scott. Well defended. Into the corner. They're still tied up. Restrom able to get control out to the point. Oakland's shot doesn't make it through. Kylie Scott will skate with it out of the corner. Head for Lily McKenzie. McKenzie takes that shot, and again, from 45, 50 feet out, no traffic in front of her, she's going to make the save.
Easy save. And again, you talked about getting shots on net, but still, those are easy. They're not going to force any kind of a rebound for the Bluebirds to try and put home.
Crimson win the draw. Erickson trying to skate out of the corner to Shipley, defected ahead, and Shipley in a foot race with Briley Del Castillo, and Del Castillo gets there first. Nola Milton for Emma Strauss along the near boards. And Strauss off the boards for Tara Beza. Tara Beza trying to force it past Erickson, cannot. Shipley ahead for Retrom. Retrom will get around Del Castillo down the left wing. Short angle shot stopped by Wastrel. Del Castillo's pass was a little bit behind, but Tara Beza able to bring it in. Tipped away from her by Sillerud, and it's tied up right at the red line. Pokes free, and everybody skated away from it. Finally, Ness able to get it to Tara Beza. Tara Beza went across the blue line and got herself offside. Now we're tied up on the near boards instead. Finally forced into the zone. Sillerud will play it across. Abby Oakland gets it to Tia Rice. Back to Erickson, and she dumps it in. Kylie Scott trying to come out, lost an edge. Maple Grove regrouping just inside their own blue line. Branch across for Emily Oakland, ahead, held at the line by Bolander. Oakland comes out of the scrum with it, flips the backhander over to Abby Oakland. She's tied up. Bluebirds force the turnover and send it back in deep. Jenna Brandt off the glass, out to center, stopped up by Bolander, who plays it back in deep. Emily Oakland pinched off of it, trying to force it out front was Brooke Del Castillo. Abby Oakland fires it all the way down with authority. And the Crimson will definitely get a line change.
Yeah, line change because they needed it. The Bluebirds were keeping the puck down in their end, and they just wanted to clear it so they could get that change.
Kelsey Olson skates to center for Maple Grove. She'll dump it in deep. Bolander, first one there for CPCR. Can't get it past Ella Olson. Brooke Del Castillo ahead for Lily McKenzie. McKenzie down the left wing, sends it in, and then got a stick up high, and she's going to go for the high stick. As that she tried to get around Emily Oakland and got her stick up in the throat and face, and the referee, I don't know that he actually saw the contact, but saw the reaction of Oakland, and that's what has McKenzie upset. And penalty box operators not allowing the slamming of the door.
No, don't.
We're very civilized.
We are. It's a civilized society here.
At the Roseville Arena.
Yes. There's tea being served in the penalty box. It's
I don't know if it's that civilized, but this is clearly a penalty.
Yeah, you can see it come up right under, right. Yeah.
I mean, got her right in the throat.
Yeah, that's not good.
So
hopefully she's okay. She seems to be okay, but.
Well, we saw the Crimson capitalize on their last power play, and we're going to get another high sticking penalty right away, and going to put Maple Grove up 5-on-3, second of the game for Kylie Scott.
Yeah, that's a tough situation against a team of this caliber to be able to now skate 5-on-3 for a fair amount of time. We'll see what the Crimson does here.
Yeah, 1:57.
Yeah.
Well, they're only giving Kylie Scott 20 seconds of penalty on the board.
I think that's incorrect. I would think. I know you didn't mean to do it, so we're only going to give you 20-second penalty.
Would definitely make the power play percentage even more impressive if you could score on your 20-second power plays at a 45% clip. We'll delay as we're trying to get the clock situation figured out.
It's stuck. There we go. I can hear him working on it.
There.
Hit the 3, carry the 2, divided by 5, should give you 2 minutes.
So yeah, Champlain Park Coon Rapids in a very tough spot now. A very good power play for Maple Grove, already a 3-0 lead. And they are going to stay in it, win the face-off, and set up. Olsen out at the point. Down low, Retram out of the corner. Nice step up by Kennedy Bolander. She plays it all the way down.
Yeah, I mean, obviously they got to do what they can to clear the puck here. Skating 2 skaters short.
Old miscommunication on the handoff in the corner. Tara Beza trying to keep it away from Erickson, who's able to squeeze her to the boards. Olsen will skate to center for Maple Grove. Cuts into the slot. Tara Beza trying to pick her pocket. Holm up to the point, and it was bobbled by Erickson. Has to come back out to center.
And keep that in.
Holm down the left wing. Drops it for Rice at the hash marks up top. Olsen down low to Rice again. Rice back to Erickson, a shot, actually looking for a deflection out front. We're going to see another CPCR penalty.
Wow.
Retram had it poked away out of the zone, and there it is. We're going to get a cross check. It looks like it's against Abby Ness. And a little jaw jacking between she and Retram.
Yeah, that's that penalty box is getting full for the Bluebirds. Full of Bluebirds.
Ness's penalty will not begin until McKenzie's is done. And Coach Gutterbin at a loss for words, I can only assume.
Oh, I'm sure of it.
It's another look, and you can push them out front, but if you knock them off their feet when they do not have the puck, you're typically going to end up in the box. Now, a lot of referees might see the situation already. It's a 5-on-3, and you're down 3-0. Maybe we can let that one slide. It didn't give you an advantage. It didn't lead to a turnover. Kennedy Bolander, good place. Able to defend well, get the puck, and play it all the way down. I mean, to this point, a minute 30 into their two-player advantage. Maple Grove did not have a shot on goal on this power play.
Which you got to give the Bluebirds so much credit for that.
This one pushed ahead. Tia Rice stops up. Cross-ice pass was deflected by Qualley. Bolander gets there and sweeps it out of the zone. Erickson in with it. First penalty is over. Shot off the post for Retro. Erickson from the top of the circle down low. First two penalties are over. It's a 5-on-4. Shot through traffic. It was deflected wide by Holm. Up top, Olsen shoots. That's kicked away by Bolander. Still nothing that has gotten through to the keeper. Good, solid defensive stick from Kennedy Bolander, and was doing it so well until the very end. Taking her time, waiting for the pressure to come, and then was going to dump it in, and instead fired it at her coaching staff.
Yeah, that's never a good thing. You're going to see it again. An opportunity there, hitting the post.
That's not a shot on goal.
Nope.
Not sure what the Crimson are inquiring about. Where the faceoff would be, I would imagine.
Wow.
But inadvertent out of play, there's should be at center, because that's where the infraction occurred. Couple of Crimson run into each other. Brooke Del Castillo sidesteps one. Milton the shot, the save by Strom. That pass doesn't click with Mickelday, and it's played back in by the Bluebirds. Oakland cross ice. Jenna Brandt into the zone. She'll snap the shot on Wastrel. She'll hold it for the faceoff. 1:02 remaining on the penalty to Abby Ness.
Yeah, that time the Crimson looking to see if they can get that rebound. Look at the two Maple Grove players run into each other. And there's the shot on net.
Shipley plays it down low. Tia Rice back to Shipley. Tried to get it back to Rice. Intercepted, and Scott wants to take it on the run. Scott skates through center, bounces it off the boards. Her shot stopped up by Retrum. Continues to battle, gets it low for Brooke Del Castillo. Del Castillo flips the backhand out front. Scott couldn't get a stick on it. Tara Beza recovers, dumps it back in, but right on the stick of Stella Retrum. She'll skate to the other end. Back door, shot in close. The save by Wastrel, and she'll lay on top of it. Huge save for the Bluebirds.
Yeah, again, another good opportunity for the Crimson, but Wastrel's right there to make the save. You're going to see the nice pass, and there's the shot on net, but Maddie's able to hold on. Minute 34 remaining here in period number 2.
Face-off win by Brooklyn Johnson. Played up the boards, but held by Erickson. The shot deflected and ends up off the end boards. Recovered there by Rice. She's pressured by Bolander. Able to keep the puck to Retrum. Played down low. Up top. Back to Shipley, down low to Rice. Shipley at her stick, lifted by Bolander. Johnson racing for it at center ice.
How's that?
How is that not interference when she had a... That's a tough...
Yeah.
She had let the puck go, and she was trying to get around, and she changed body position strictly to prevent her getting to the puck rather than getting the puck herself, and that is typically how you would define interference in today's
apparently our officials did not see it that way. Yep.
This one fired all the way down by Holm. It'll get a face-off back in the Crimson end with just under 30 seconds remaining in the period. And this, as soon as she turns there and skates into her, that is interference.
Well, and she pointed right to the official saying, hey, where's the call?
And I'm sure that man is asking the same
Yeah,
question.
I would think so.
CPCR able to survive some serious shorthanded play.
Absolutely. Give credit to them for that.
But not able to get the call that time. Still, they attack, come away with the puck. Del Castillo out to Bolander, flips a backhander, back behind the net, under 10 seconds. Centering attempt by Qualley, but nobody there. And back the other way come the Crimson. Bolander steps up, intercepts, 2 seconds and 1. Her shot deflected and goes off the end glass as the buzzer sounds. And Maple Grove able to add one on the power play in the second period. They will have a 3-0 advantage as we head to the third.
Oh, hi. I'm TV's Howie Shapiro. And when I'm not announcing CTN sports broadcasts with my sidekick Joe Yen, I'm watching all the other great programs on the CTN Studios YouTube page. There's news stories, great local events, and even full games. You can even watch on any smart device with a YouTube app. Whether that's your phone or a tablet, you can watch CTN's great programming wherever and whenever you want. You can even watch CTN's event coverage live. So no matter where you are, you can share in all the excitement. CTN Studios, building community through cable.
Back at the Roseville Ice Arena, it's the Section 5 2A semifinals. Champlain Park Coon Rapids trailing Maple Grove 3-0. And another hard-fought period. Champlain Park Coon Rapids, as we talked about, really needed that first goal. Not able to get it. Maple Grove able to cash in on one of their 4 power plays in the period. Champlain Park Coon Rapids, some penalties that were pretty easy to see. Chance on the power play. They had a 5-on-3 advantage for 1:57. Didn't have a single shot on goal. That post shot by Retram was their best opportunity on the 5-on-3. They had a couple of chances on the 5-on-4 power play that followed that. And then right at the end, a very questionable non-call.
Yeah, Coach
Gutty wants the hold.
He wants it called. And
he wants the hold. I think a hold, interference. I would say it's definitely a call that could have, should have been made, but was not. And that's not something you can. Not going to change it now. Instead, you got 17 minutes to salvage your season. You're up against it, down 3 to the number 1 seed that has not yet surrendered a goal in these playoffs. We'll drop the puck on period 3 after this. You're watching CTN's coverage of the Section 5 AA Girls Hockey Playoffs.
Did you know? City code prohibits outdoor storage of things like building materials, auto parts, household items, scrap metal, garbage, and more. Thank you for helping our city look its best. For more information on this and other city codes, log on to coonrapidsmn.gov.
Kelsey Olson had the power play goal in that second period that has Maple Grove on the verge of a section final berth.
Well, we talked about an early goal for the Bluebirds at the start of period number 2. Now an early goal for the Bluebirds is so much more important as they're trailing by 3.
Erickson can't hold it at the blue line, dumps it back in. Scott, her pass deflected up and out of play. I
just think in that period with the in that second period with the amount of penalties that that the Bluebirds took, especially on that 5 and 3. They didn't get a goal scored on them, and I mean that was the thing to take out of that for the Bluebirds. But
Tia Rice able to poke it away. Milton able to come over and recover for the Bluebirds. Scott to the line. Erickson keeps it in. Scott gets it back off the boards. Icing waved off. Tara Basie gives chase. Oakland is there first. Leaves it in the corner for Grace Erickson. Ahead, Retram couldn't control it. Champlain Park Coon Rapids back the other way. Abby Ness's shot, and that reflected and ends up in the corner. Tara Baza's shot, blockered away. That shot hit traffic and ends up on the near side. Retram can't get past Briley Del Castillo. Tara Baza trying to work her way past Erickson, lost the handle. Oakland recovers. Kept in along the boards by Ness. Bradley Del Castillo there as well. Del Castillo comes away from the boards and then had it chopped away. And Retro able to get it out across the blue line, waiting for some line changes. Her pass deflected by Tara Beza. Oakland will dump it in. Kylie Scott gives chase, sweeps it along behind, out of the reach of Del Castillo. Strauss sends it to center, and it's fired right back in by Addie Sillerud. Kylie Scott trying to stay away from Taylor Holm. Forced out to center by Brooke Del Castillo, and she will carry it in to the Crimson end. Trying to center, can't get it past the stick of Strom. Good stick in the passing lane by Emma Strauss, but the Crimson able to recover. Sent out to center by Olsen. Champlain Park Coon Rapids sends it right back in. Qualley can't get past Holm. Holm will carry into the zone. Her shot, blocker saved by Wastrel. Olsen can't get it deep. Emma Strauss tied up with her there. Brooke Del Castillo flips it to center. Crimson regroup at their own blue line. Sillerud's pass taken away by Scott. Scott down the wing, into the zone, circles on her backhand, trying to get it out front. A chance right on the doorstep for Ness, but it was turned away, and the rebound too fast for Johnson to control. Johnson was crashing on the back post. CPCR taking some chances, being aggressive at that blue line, but Maple Grove not able to get there in time to turn that into an odd man rush.
Okay, I think they have to be aggressive at this point in the game and take those chances. Trailing by 3.
100%.
Yeah.
Oakland shot kicked away by Wastrel. Poked at Tara Beza to neutral ice. Can't get a pass through. Erickson turns it around. Retram can't control. Comes back for Tara Beza. Tipped away by Shipley. And it's sent in deep by Tia Rice. Wastrel sets it up for Bolander. Nothing on that pass attempt. Attempted to get it out front with Stella Retram, but nobody able to collect. Johnson stops up in the corner, trying to get it to Brooke Del Castillo. Del Castillo right back into the traffic, now trying to work her way out. Takes it behind, up top for Julian. Julian, a shot through traffic, bounces in on Strom. She'll cover up and take the face-off with just under 13 minutes remaining.
Obviously, the Bluebirds feel the pressure here because they know they need to score to try and get back into this contest. And there you see good opportunity there, but Strom right there to make sure she got the puck and secured it.
Played to the line. Julian's shot is blocked. Tried to play it across, couldn't keep it in the zone. Milton will send it down low. Sillerud behind for Brandt. Brandt pressured by McKenzie, able to get it past. Julian able to keep it away from Wilhelmy, at least momentarily. Played into the far corner, out of the reach of Brandt near side. Wilhelmy is going to get the penalty here as she and Julian collided hard. And Champlain Park Coon Rapids is going to get a power play.
Well, here's their chance to see if they can get that first goal of the game. Going to play the extra skater here with the Crimson going on the penalty kill.
Not terribly certain that was a
you don't
body
agree?
check. Playing position, but They're having the problem with the 20-second penalty again. Maybe a bit of a makeup call.
Yeah. There we go. We got it all set.
CPCR had a very brief power play in the first period. This one chopped away by Holm. Terabese able to recover. That pass was errant, and Erickson will wait and then try and send it the length. Instead, it's blocked down, and now a one-on-one for Holm. Puts it right into the chest of Vostro, and we'll have a face-off in the CPCR.
Holm gets the shot off and force that face-off. Gets an opportunity to put a little pressure down on the Bluebird end.
Face-off won by the Bluebirds. Scott pressured by Retrum. Reverses for Ness in the corner. Shipley there to pressure. Terabese trying to dig it free. Shipley able to get it, trying to pin it to the wall. CPCR really needs to get in and get that free.
They do.
But Shipley will hold it there as long as she can. Another 60, 70 seconds if possible.
Sure. And we'll take as much as you can time off the clock with a 3-0 lead.
Scott able to push it into the zone. Pass was in the skates of Bolander, turned over, and here comes Retrum. One-on-one against Brooklyn Johnson. Johnson able to force her wide. Retrum out front, and she scores shorthanded.
Yeah, we talked about her at the opening, and she's so good. She sees the ice so well. And again, just using her body coming down, making sure she controlled the puck. And that's goal number 29 on the season for Stella Retrum. And we talked about going to Penn State after her senior year. She's just a junior. She's kind of able to fight her off and make sure she got the goal. That gives Maple Grove the 4-0 lead and a lot of comfort now with about 11:15 remaining in this contest.
That pass was off the mark. Holm able to get a stick on it, force it into the zone. She may take some acting classes as part of her curriculum at Maple Grove, but not well enough to draw the penalty there. She's right back on the puck in the corner, though. Holm trying to get it to Tia Rice. Out to the point, sent back in deep. Took a funny bounce away from Nola Milton. She's able to regroup. Rice pressuring, but she gets it to Qualley. Her pass doesn't click with Lily McKenzie. And Brandt is going to fire it all the way back down. The penalty is over for Wilhelmy. McKenzie can't clear, comes right back to her. Briley Del Castillo ahead for Brooke. Retrum the steal, shot gloved by Maddie Wastrel.
Yeah, Maddie had to react quickly on that because, as you mentioned, that pass was stolen and Retrum able to snap a shot off.
Pushed into the corner, Kylie Scott chips it around one Crimson player, cannot get out past Oakland. Abby Oakland to the backhand, a chance turned away by Westbrook. Cleared to the line, but not out. Oakland out to the point for Oakland. Her shot through traffic, saved by Wastrel. Kennedy Bolander looking ahead for Qualley, deflected out to center, stopped up there by Annika Johnson. Near side for Coughlin, she had it knocked away. Lily McKenzie in control for CPCR. Into the zone, plays it in on Strom, and she leaves it there for Johnson to turn up ice. Abby Oakland had it poked away by Scott. Abby Ness turning into the zone, had it chopped away. Able to regain control, play it out front to the line, but kept in by Bolander. Her shot was blocked. Ness will recover. Back to Bolander. That one deflected into the corner. Terabeza out front. Johnson couldn't get a stick on it. Scott looking for the redirect. Instead tipped away by Emily Oakland. Now played all the way down by Caitlin Coughlin. That will bring the whistle for the icing. A face-off back in the Maple Grove end.
Again, you saw pressure by the Bluebirds trying to see what they can do about getting a tally, but you see the time remaining. 8:48. Comfortable lead for the Crimson.
Maple Grove with a face-off win, played around. Holm gets it past Scott out to center. Racing onto it is Haley Nord. She is taken down along the boards by Terabeza. That one, centering attempt by Kelsey Olson went off of a skate and into the net. Her second of the game makes it 5-0.
Yeah, that's a tough one to give up. Tough enough to being down 4-0, but that is a tough one to give up. We're going to take another look at it.
Just picks up the loose puck. Just trying to get it out front, and it went off of one of the Bluebirds players.
I couldn't see which one.
Sneaks in between Wastrel and the post. Maple Grove 6-0 winner over 8th seed Irondale on Saturday in this in the quarterfinals. Now a 5-0 lead here against number 4 seed Champlain Park Coon Rapids in the semis. Milton back in her own end. That pass doesn't connect. And that will be icing. Icing waved off as Erickson gets to it. Swung around. Forced back out to center. Maple Grove will be more than happy to just keep this out of their defensive end.
Oh, absolutely.
Off the boards, Holm into the zone. The shot, a rebound kicked just out of the reach of Olson. Olson out there, an opportunity for the freshman to get a hat trick in the playoffs. Crimson sweep it behind. Nothing on that pass. Kylie Scott steps up to take it away. Scott across just out of the reach of Bolander, and they have to retreat to center ice. Kyla Ketting in on the attack, able to win the puck, trying to get it out to the point. Bolander's shot stopped up with a stick by Strom. Sillerud sends it back behind. Fired hard down ice by Annika Johnson. That will be icing. 6:37 left in the third.
Yeah, Crimson getting some changes and getting the opportunity to come down and get the face-off down in their end.
Number 2 Centennial, number 3 Rogers here and warming up. A 2-on-1 for the Crimson. Across the shot, and Wastrel able to come over and make the save on Retram.
Yeah, Retram thought she had a goal, that she was going to have a goal, but Maddie did a nice job of sliding across the crease and getting the save.
Well, she had a ton of net, just took an extra second to settle it before the shot. Shot through traffic, deflected just wide, and Retram was right there. With a gaping net in front of her. Retram out near the blue line, just shovels it back in deep. Rice, first one there. Milton able to chop it away. Scooped up by Shipley, and now Emma Olson for CPCR. Able to skate out to center under 6 minutes remaining in the Bluebird season, but it's been a good season. They've
it certainly has.
Accomplished a lot. 14 after this one, 14-12-1. Coming a long way. They got the first section win in the Co-op's history, and it's in its 5th season. Terabeza out to center, deflected along by Johnson. Johnson gives chase, trying to get there in front of Erickson. Erickson will pin her to the boards. Support comes from both sides. When played across, it bounced away from Retram. Kylie Scott tripped up behind the net, and Retram is going to go for a couple on the trip. Long pass ahead. Brooklyn Johnson trying to get behind the defense. Will send it in on Strom, and she'll cover it up. Just under 5 minutes to go.
I'll get the opportunity to see the Bluebirds on the power play again, as Retram's going to take a seat in the penalty box. They're going to see the trip.
Crimson able to score shorthanded during their last penalty kill, but it was Retram who scored that shorthanded goal, and she now watches from beyond the glass. Rebound chance. Played out front of goal, and the Bluebirds are on the board.
Oh, they really needed to get a goal here, and they did so on the power play. That's Kennedy Bolander getting her 18th goal of the season. And we talked about her in the opening. She's had a fine year.
Yeah, and she's had an outstanding game defensively.
Yep.
Terabeza is just going to play this one back out front to her. Bolander just able to poke it under Strom. So at least they will not be shut out. Terabeza trying to make her way back in. It's turned around by the Crimson, and Holmes sends it in deep. Bolander sends it to center. Icing waved off. Say the Crimson touched it.
Yep.
Johnson can't control Erickson. Her pass bounces away from Holm, though. Holding at the line is Briley Del Castillo. Recovered by Erickson. She'll play it around. Kylie Scott steps up. Tipped off her stick as she finds herself in the middle of 3 white jerseys. Able to win the puck right back, though. Scott up top. Del Castillo's shot hit traffic. Hammered at. Still loose. Another shot that didn't make it through. Qualley will get it back to Scott at the point. Scott looking for a lane to shoot through. Lost it as she ran into Qualley's skate. This one's going to be cleared all the way down by Erickson, and that'll be icing with 3:35 to go.
Yeah, a little bit of late pressure here from the Bluebirds, able to get that goal, looking to see if they can add another tally with 3:35 remaining, but good opportunity there. Net's open, but they just couldn't get it to clear through.
CPCR going to call a timeout.
We'll talk about things here with 3.5 minutes remaining, and
down 4
in their season
against a really good team.
Yeah.
How early do you pull the goaltender?
Yeah, that's probably what they're talking about here, I would assume anyway.
And it's risky anytime, but with the Crimson team that has done a pretty good job of getting across the red line all game.
They have.
Makes it a little difficult. So CPCR, a minor upset in the quarterfinal round, the number 5 seed, knocking off number 4 seed North Wright County. The rest of the bracket played out as seeded. Numbers 1, 2, and 3 getting through unscathed. And again, all by shutout. All 4 quarterfinals were shutout wins.
You see the graphic.
championship coming up on Friday night. And it's, unless something miraculous happens, it would feature
miraculous.
the Maple Grove Crimson.
Yeah. Then they play that winner of the next one coming up, Rogers Centennial.
Both
that should be a good.
Both really good teams. That should be an outstanding
really
contest.
Good. Yeah, really good contest.
And they do empty the net with 3.5 minutes to play. Face-off wins incredibly important. They're able to get it back on goal, and Strom able to cover it up. Face-off won by Rice. Behind the net goes Oakland. Shipley is tied up there by Bolander along the boards. Support comes. Hard to get the puck free.
Yeah.
Terabeza finally able to get it out of the pile, but not able to do anything with it. Oakland gets it ahead. It's forklifted to center. Here's Shipley. Shipley will shoot it through traffic and off the side of the net. Icing was waved off as that one just barely hit the post. That long pass doesn't make it through. Neither does the shot from center ice. Crimson offside. They need to tag up.
That's it.
That'll be a good goal from just outside the blue line for Stella Retro.
Yeah, that's her second. Although they're throwing hats on the ice like it's the hat trick, but no, that's just her second goal. Was he seeing if it was offside, Joe? I can't see from this angle, obviously.
Well, and I thought it was close. He automatically called it a good goal, and
I'm not going to see the end of that.
About to find out. And actually, she is still technically in the zone.
Yep.
Not only, oh no, she was out of the zone.
Yeah.
That's the right call. It's a good, you got to make that argument, anything to try and tip it in your favor. But had it been in the zone, she's still been in the zone. Not only would it be offsides, but it would be intentional offside. So the faceoff would go all the way back to the other end.
The puck cleared into the bench.
Face-off won by Maple Grove. Oakland plays it off the boards. Kylie Scott steps up to take it away. Then it's knocked away from her stick. Back the other way comes Wilhelmy. Tracked down by Scott, who's able to poke it away. Scott slips it past the defender out to center ice. Then ran into just too many numbers. That one deflects out of play into the bench.
Minute 50 remaining in this contest, and Maple Grove will advance. Play the winner of the next contest.
Bolander retreats behind her own net. Under 90 seconds remaining in this section semifinal. CPCR, as we talked about, a good, successful season. They took some good strides.
They did.
They have a great senior class. They're going to lose a lot.
Oh yeah, big time.
To graduation.
You bet they are.
Top two scorers, Molly Terabeza and Kennedy Bolander, are both seniors. Yep. Kylie Scott is number 3, and their top defenseman, and she's a junior. Yep. She'll be back. But then Abby Ness and Johnson are both seniors as well, as is Emma Strauss, so 5 of their top 7 scorers. And Emily Nicholas, who battles for the puck there, one of their top defenders, also a senior.
Yeah, they'll definitely be losing a lot of good players, a lot of good contributors.
They do have some nice young pieces as
They
well.
do.
We talked about Lily McKenzie a little bit. Kylie Scott is a junior, so she'll be back. Brianna Qualley. There's a number. Briley Del Castillo, I think, came a long way this season. Brooke Del Castillo, another one of the seniors.
Yep. Yeah, again, fair amount of numbers that they'll be losing.
Tara Beza into the zone down the right wing. 20 seconds remaining. Knocked down with the glove by Strom. Nicholas can't hold the zone. Wilhelmy can't get there. Good poke check by Bolander. Under 10 seconds to go. Shot by Brooke Del Castillo, didn't get through, but she battles down to the top of the crease, can't force it home. And the Crimson are headed for the championship.
Yeah, and again, a nicely played game by Maple Grove, but really, we talked about it, the Bluebirds with a nice season, fans giving them the appreciation that they deserve, but it's definitely coming to an end, and as you mentioned, end for a lot of those senior girls that will end their careers here at Coon Rapids playing hockey.
Champlin Park, Coon Rapids.
Champlin Park, Coon Rapids, sorry.
Although there is a heavy Coon Rapids contingent,
Yeah.
especially in that senior class.
Yep.
They're not all from Coon Rapids.
Nope.
But yeah, it's been a fun season. It was a fun team to watch. Always sad to come to an end, but only 2 teams get to end the season with a win.
This is true.
So, well, 3 teams, I guess. First place, third place consolation
Correct.
championship, but it doesn't make it any easier. And certainly, their hopes were high coming in, but I think all of the Bluebirds were well aware of how big the mountain was that they were trying to climb. This is a good Maple Grove team.
Oh, this is a really good Maple Grove team. They have 19 wins on the season for a reason. So this is a team that obviously will have a big matchup coming up on Friday night between the winner of Centennial and Rogers. But nonetheless, they deserve this win. They played well.
We've got boys section playoffs on the horizon. That to start a week from tonight.
Yep.
We believe most likely they will face off against Forest Lake. But we will see girls basketball on Friday against the Osseo Orioles. We'll see the boys basketball team next Friday, the rematch against the Andover Huskies. But that's going to do it for this edition of CTN Sports. Again, the final is Maple Grove 6, Champlin Park Coon Rapids 1. I want to thank everybody out there for joining us and continuing to support everything we do here at CTN. For the entire crew, including Howie Shapiro, I'm Joe Young, saying goodnight.